So at the recording of this video, Dragonflight is about 6 hours away, and I know everybody's scrambling around on YouTube looking for guides and getting ready for Dragonflight in their own way, and I wanted to post a video and talk about my plans for Dragonflight and what type of content you'll see on this channel moving forward. And also it's a pledge for me because I like to play a lot of alts, and it's something for me to stick to and look back on and realise, okay, this is the plan I'm going to make. So I'm going to break this video down into a few parts. I'm going to talk about the content on the channel, raiding and Mythic Plus, and of course which main I'm going to be playing in Dragonflight. So let's begin. When it comes to content, we're of course going to be live streaming our Dragonflight journey over on twitch.tv/Ryfrost if you want the drops, because we have that enabled, and if you want to watch it on YouTube right here you can do. We're going to be going live on both. Moving forward, we're going to be live streaming our entire journey on Dragonflight, whether that's professions, leveling, guides, healing, the works. So what you'll find hopefully is there's content for anybody who wants to watch. We're going to be live streaming the raids when it comes out. We're going to be live streaming the Mythic Plus. We have our schedule over on Twitch, which is Monday, Wednesday and Thursday, but as the launch goes ahead we might stream on extra days and some bonus streams over on there, so keep an eye on it. When it comes to Mythic Plus or dungeons in general, this channel is very much a healing channel, and of course we are going to be doing a lot of challenges moving forward on every single healer. Back in Season 3 we did a Keystone Master Healer challenge where we covered every single healer and got them to 2500 rating or higher. When Season 4 came along I was all ready to do it until we got invited to the Dragonflight beta, and I spent more time on that preparing for the Dragonflight release. Moving forward we are going to be looking at that same challenge, but it might take a little bit longer for Season 1 because instead of going from Season 3 to Season 4 for example, or Season 2 to Season 3, we had the characters ready and geared pretty much. Where it comes to a brand new expansion we're going to have to level each character and get them geared. So the challenge might change ever so slightly, and probably what I want to be doing this time in Season 1 is instead of leveling all the different healers and covering them, I might actually want to try a different type of healing challenge, but also a tank and a DPS challenge. The idea that I have is we're going to pick one healer that we're going to main, and then we're going to be looking at a tank KSM challenge, a melee DPS challenge and a range DPS challenge. This will give a little bit more variety to the content that I offer, but also it'll pretty much give me a chance to try out all the different things that I haven't done in the past. So we're going to be picking one tank, one melee DPS and a range DPS. But that is the first challenge we're going to be doing, and that allows me to level up 4 characters or maybe 3 instead of all the different healers and then the many ults that I always try. And something else I really want to try for a Keystone Master challenge is find the weakest healer and pick a team that we all go at the weakest class. So the weakest DPS, the weakest tank and the weakest healer, and we're going to see how high we can push our keys. It was pitched to me a couple of days ago and it sounds really enjoyable, and I love a challenge, and it also gives me a chance to level another ult, so you might see that moving forward from Mythic Plus. When it comes to raiding, I'm on the healer team of a Mythic Cutting Edge Raiding guild, so that's the content you'll see on this channel, and you'll be seeing guides on how to do the raids in both normal, heroic and mythic. You'll also see mythic coverage for the healer that I choose to be my main. And very much like Mythic Plus, I might try the challenge where we try and get maybe not cutting edge on a tank, a melee DPS and a range DPS, but at least get ahead of the curve. This will be a brand new challenge for me, and it'll be brand new ground for me because I've never really played tanks competitively and I really don't like melee too much, so this is going to be really fun for me to play. And if you want to join along, please hit that subscribe button and follow for more content. So the question now we need to ask ourselves is, what healer am I going to main? So I've covered a lot of healers on Dragonflight beta, and I've also put out a lot of content asking the question, should you play this healer or should you avoid it? And this also gave me a chance to go a little bit more in depth in the healers and look at which healer is strong and which healer is weak, but it also gave me a chance to look at different healers as well and pick a main for me. And for me it was between 3 different types of healers for me. Of course the brand new Preservation Evoker, which I am really enjoying right now, a Restoration Druid which is extremely strong in Mythic Plus and in raids, and the main I had for Season 4 which was a Holy Priest. As I've played the classes throughout Dragonflight beta, and as I've fell in love with all the classes for their very own unique reasons, the main I'm going to be picking for right now is a Preservation Evoker. And yes, people will probably say, oh well, it is a brand new class, of course you're going to play a Flavour of the Month and all this lot. But I've spent the most time on Dragonflight beta looking at Preservation Evokers, the ins and out of how to play it. And of course when you're looking at a healer spec you also need to consider their separate specs as well, and I am absolutely in love with Devastation Evoker. The biggest problem I always had with healers is that I wasn't a real fan of their DPS specs. So for like Holy Priest, their DPS spec was Shadow, and I really didn't like that. When it came to a Restoration Druid, you had Balance or you had Feral, and they were okay, but they didn't really fit my playstyle. When it came to a Preservation Evoker, the Devastation Evoker playstyle and their spec in general is really nice to play, and I'm really enjoying playing it, and I have pushed very high keys on both Preservation and Devastation in the Dragonflight beta and also on Shadowlands Season 4. So that is going to be my main moving forward, and that is the content you're going to be seeing. It is a brand new class, it is very enjoyable, and I've sunk about 200 hours into the class on Dragonflight Dragonflight beta and also in retail. So that is the class I'm going to be playing moving forward. It is a nice fresh look on a brand new class. It's completely unique in its playstyle, and there's spells in there that no other class has got, and I feel it brings a lot in Mythic Plus and in Raiding, and I feel like I'm going to really enjoy it. So that's the type of coverage you'll see. Like what I said in my Mythic Plus section, I want to be doing a tank, a melee DPS and a ranged DPS. Now probably the ranged DPS will be the Devastation Evoker, so I might only need 3 mains, and my other plan is the tank, and I might just pick the best tank that is currently flavour of the month, which I think is a warrior, and I might just pick the best melee DPS, which might be just a Fury warrior, so I can just level 2 alts, so I can have a ranged and a healer, and also a melee DPS and a tank. But who knows? But yes, that's my plan moving forward, and yes, this is for me to look back on as well and as remember the pledge. And if anybody's watching that watches my future videos, see me deviate from that path, please call me out in the comment section down below, because I do like my alts. Yes, this expansion is extremely alt friendly, and if I've leveled 21 level 60s in Shadowlands, which wasn't really alt friendly, I shouldn't really have a problem doing it in Dragonflight, so who knows. But I know with the specs and the talent trees and of course all the professions that have changed, if you want to make a lot of money, you're going to need a lot of alts, so we'll see where we're going with it. But anyway, if you want to catch me live on the Dragonflight launch, it's twitch.tv/Ryfrost, and also over here on YouTube. I'll see you there, and if not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye bye.